We have ranked each one of the 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranking based on their tendency to leave a mess. Number 1. ISTJ. ISTJs frequently have a strong sense of organization and detest chaos and mess. The ISTJ probably requires their surroundings to be tidy and structured in order to stay focused and at ease. The ISTJ will undoubtedly find themselves frequently cleaning up after someone who is sloppy around them. They don't mind if things get a bit messy for a while, but when this happens, they'll probably go through cleaning spurts. The ISTJ will feel the urge to tidy up their surroundings when they have guests over. Simply said, they don't want other people to think they live in an untidy place. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs tend to maintain the highest level of organization in their lives, especially when family is around. They want things to look great and be organized. ISFJs abhor messes and may feel guilty if the environment is not kept tidy. They frequently assume responsibility for maintaining an immaculate environment and seldom mind tidying up after others. The ISFJ frequently turns to cooking and cleaning as a means of expressing their affection because of their innate desire to make their loved ones happy. For the ISFJ, maintaining a lovely and orderly atmosphere for the people they love is a big accomplishment. Additionally, they maintain a very tidy and put-together appearance since they believe that this is crucial. Number 3. ESTJ. ESTJs might be incredibly orderly, but they can also be disorganized. They appreciate keeping things close at hand, and as a result, they frequently prefer doing their own cleaning. Though they may like orderly chaos, ESTJs are always aware of their surroundings. The ESTJ greatly loves to have a clean and organized environment. Thus, this only occurs when they are under stress. They particularly detest having guests around and seeing their house in mess. Number 4. ESFJ. Since it helps them maintain a feeling of organization and structure, ESFJs do prefer to do most tasks in the proper order. They dislike moving around since it can make them confused and make it difficult for them to concentrate on the things that are crucial to them. Being out of order might make it difficult for the ESFJ to maintain control over their lives and complete tasks in the manner in which they should or must be completed. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs are likely to be exceedingly tidy and well-groomed since they detest dirt. When it's time to clean, their perfectionist instincts may come into play. However, INFJs occasionally have a mess in their apartments. It is more like a well-organized mess. Although they are aware of where everything is, others could perceive it as cluttered and unorganized. Although everything has a purposeful place, it may not always appear to be tidy and ordered. INFJs prefer to have their own personal space, and they frequently don't care if other people object to it. They maintain a tidy appearance as well. However, their hair may occasionally be purposely unruly. They like to add a little personality to their look while yet keeping it tidy. INFJs don't like clutter in their environment, but as long as it is their own mess, they don't mind it being occasionally unclean. Number 6. INFP. When it comes to their apartments, INFPs are frequently fairly messy. They would rather leave things alone and avoid wasting time organizing. Their housekeeping routines frequently lag a little bit since they would much rather be engaged in other activities. The organization of some items, such as INFP's collections of books or music, frequently relates to a subject they are really passionate about. More ordered than the haphazard items in their room will be something the INFP values greatly. Simply put, they are too immersed in their own thoughts to pay attention to keeping their area organized. The great need to organize and clean that INFPs occasionally experience usually passes after a week or so, and their space will return to being messy. Number 7. ENFJ. People who are ENFJs are frequently very organized and appreciate maintaining order and cleanliness. Particularly when they have guests over, they detest having an untidy home. Because they entertain frequently, ENFJs like to maintain their homes as tidy as possible. They may have some less structured sections, but they keep those private and out of sight. They can tolerate some order disorder, but they strive to reserve it for their bedrooms and other personal spaces. They always want to look as presentable as possible, yet they could have a few sloppy habits. Overall, though, ENFJs appreciate keeping things looking good to others and are neat and orderly individuals. Number 8. ENFP. ENFPs are prone to being disorganized and don't enjoy living in a messy space. However, they detest being exposed to unclean or unpleasant sights and scents. ENFPs are more than capable of tidying up after themselves and removing anything unappealing from their environment. Simply said, they don't care much about maintaining order and are likely to discard their clothing or empty water bottles on the ground. The ENFP may play a mental game of organizing things if they start to get too messy after some time. Although they may look orderly to some, ENFPs typically don't mind a little mess in their lives. Number 9. ISTP. ISTPs frequently have a system that is very effective for them. This system may be orderly or disorganized. They take pleasure in keeping their surroundings organized in a way that makes sense to them. They have a clear idea of how they want things done and frequently object if others try to change that process. ISTPs value their personal space and do not want others to encroach upon it. Despite the mess in their surroundings, they always have a sense of where everything is. However, the ISTP will probably prefer a well-organized workspace and enjoy having everything in its proper position. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs tend to be less organized and prefer a little more chaos in their lives. The ISFP is easily distracted since their minds are always racing through a myriad of ideas. Simply put, they don't bother to maintain their bedrooms neat and orderly, and they frequently remember where they put everything. However, ISFPs want to keep their appearance presentable and occasionally like dressing up. They don't enjoy it when their surroundings are filthy and disgusting, yet they don't mind mess at all. Number 11. ESTP. ESTPs frequently allow things to become very disorganized because they are not the most organized individuals. They typically have a good sense of direction and can locate a specific object under a pile of clothing with ease. And since there are so many other, more crucial things to do, ESTPs just do not focus their energy on keeping things tidy. Number 12. ESFP. Especially when it comes to their own appearance, ESFPs want to keep things tidy. They will maintain themselves appearing highly put together because they desire to appear nice to other people. When they have guests around, ESFPs also prefer that their home be neat and tidy, so they frequently pick up right before guests arrive. However, ESFPs have trouble keeping their bedrooms tidy. They simply don't bother to clean up after themselves because they are usually preoccupied with other things. Number 13. INTJ. Although they frequently make a mess, INTJs are not typically unclean. They may not enjoy cleaning very much because their minds are constantly racing with numerous ideas. They frequently organize their desk so that everything has a place. Even though they may live in what looks to be an orderly mess, INTJs frequently know where everything is. But when they are going to be observed by others, they prefer to appear fairly organized and put together. However, their workstation or room will be a little bit more disorganized and untidy. But the INTJ frequently knows where things are and may not even think their surroundings are very disorderly. They keep things in check and disapprove of anything repulsive or unpleasant that is present. Number 14. INTP. Because they spend so much time inside their own minds, INTPs tend to get pretty dirty. They are so unaware of their immediate surroundings that they can go days without picking up after themselves. Hardcore thinking mode for the INTP makes it challenging for them to see the pandemonium around them. When the INTP does notice their disorganized environment, this can become frustrating for them. They might even be forced into occasional cleaning modes in which they try to arrange and repair everything in their immediate physical environment. Simply put, INTPs find it difficult to concentrate on tasks like cleaning since their minds are constantly racing with different ideas. Number 15. ENTJ. ENTJs are orderly in some areas but disorganized in others. They frequently keep things ordered so they know where everything is, although they may overlook a few papers that are lying around in their bedroom. The ENTJ will make sure that something is neatly put together if keeping things orderly is crucial, such as in their workplace. They are competent organizers, they just don't always see the need for it. For a while, the ENTJ might be careless when it comes to their personal space, particularly if they feel that other things are more important. Cleaning frequently gets overlooked because of the non-stop stream of thoughts and ideas going through their minds. Number 16. ENTP. Particularly when they are more preoccupied with their jobs or other pressing matters, ENTPs can be a little messy. Simply put, ENTPs are always considering new ideas and opportunities in their own imaginations. The ENTP will frequently have a pretty messy room because tasks like cleaning can seem rather unimportant as a result. They don't mind doing some occasional cleaning, but they'll probably just sift through the mess to get what they need. Messy is not the same as dirty, and most ENTPs fall into the latter category. These videos will be really helpful for you.